YouTube to show up on my YouTube. So I don't know. Maybe it'll be there now.
It's there because that's how I got the chat.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, we'll wait. I've been watching Ian and see what he's going to make up his mind to do. Everybody here is honkering down. Good morning.
Good morning,
Waiting,
Beth.
lurking. Would you like to come on board, or you're happy lurking? I can send you a link.
You can come up and just talk to us. You don't have to do anything.
Yeah, I'll be glad to send you a link.
I'm not doing anything spectacular.
Becky, a link. May I entice you in a link?
She can't.
I can't. Okay.
We tried.
Okay. You can't. All righty. Oh, good morning, Letitia. Is that heavenly gifted today? I do believe. It's Letitia.
HGT.
Right. I
I
do.
think I think it's Letitia.
My gosh, I haven't seen you in a coon's age, whatever that means, but it's great to see you. So wonderful for you to stop by. Oh, I'm sorry. Your wrist is still bothering you? Gosh, it's falling apart. Man.
We
man.
are.
Oh, God, yes. I don't even want to. Yeah. Hanging in there, Letitia. Some of us are better than others. I've been watching. I have one eye on Ian the hurricane and the other eye on here. And
Yeah, I seen that one hit Nova Scotia. I'm glad I wasn't.
oh my gosh, we haven't heard from Ruth, but they got hammered.
Yeah, I'm glad I wasn't there.
I don't know where Ruth is. I'm sure she's without power. They said 500,000 people were
That's
without power. So, yes, they
well,
are in Nova Scotia. And her son lived in a high rise in Halifax. I'm assuming they would evacuate a building like that, but I don't. She's outside of Nova Scotia, but any island or anything like that, you're just so exposed like that when something like that comes. And Ian is moving in the right direction for me. He's moving west, and that's what I want to see. Go west, young man, go west. But that's not good for our West Coast Florida friends. And we've got a whole bunch of folks that live over in the Panhandle and on the West Coast of Florida that are, our crafters and buddies. And it looks like they're going to get the brunt of this. Good morning, Nettie. Good morning, Janice.
Hi, Natty. Hi, Janice.
So we're just kind of keeping our fingers crossed. A lot of people have given the go-ahead to have their hurricane shutters put up here. And I mean, I don't have hurricane shutters to put up, so I feel kind of out of the club. But hopefully it won't be a thing. But when they put them up, you have to wait for them to take them down. And so these people will literally be living in the dark for the next 2 weeks.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's unless you can physically do it yourself, which none of us can. Say hi back to Owen. He made a beautiful paper airplane and colored it the other day. Going to make.
I said to her about maybe getting him to decorate.
He did. He colored it. It's very pretty. So I'm actually having Irish breakfast tea this morning.
Hi, Mitz.
Mitz is here. Good morning, Mitz. Oh, hi. Hi. Well, I'm going to read from our handy dandy book.
Okay, I'm going to mute.
Okay, we're getting down towards the end. Oh, man, I think I read this one before. If I read this one before, someone just go, hey, or something, and I'll keep my eye on the chat. I've been writing red on top of it, but this kind of sounds a little familiar. So, and maybe, we won't remember and we won't mind hearing it again. Again, he has no chapter titles. So a friend doesn't like the essay. All I really need to know I learned in kindergarten. Says it's nice as far as it goes, but it doesn't go far enough. Thinks it should go beyond nice. He's right. There are things I learned and needed to learn that were not taught in primary school. Teachers and adults would never tell you these things. Oh, they knew them all right, but they would never tell you they knew. You had to find them out for yourselves or from your friends. The ultimate source of this information was the snake in the Garden of Eden. I'm talking about the forbidden fruit of the tree of knowledge. Try it and you'll like it, whispered the snake. To eat of it is always trouble. Not to eat is not to be fully human. There are two parts to this body of knowledge: what I learned before I was 13 and what I know now. Some things I wanted to know and some I did not. As my friend Lucy puts it, now that I am grown up, I sometimes wish I didn't now know what I didn't know then. Sex. I learned that girls are different from boys, that there is a terrifying ecstasy in playing I'll show you your mine, I'll show you mine if you'll show me yours. That four-letter word about sex have awesome power. And if you write those words on walls, adults go crazy. Crime. I learned how to take money out of my mother's purse and how to get into and out of places I wasn't supposed to get into and out of. Locked cupboards at home, school buildings after hours. And I learned that no matter what my mother said, sometimes you get away with it. You don't always get caught. Furthermore, I learned to lie sometimes if I did get caught, because sometimes they would actually believe me. And if they didn't believe me, I could say, I didn't know why I did it. Sometimes they believed that. But if the alibi didn't work and they punished me, it wasn't ever really as bad as they said it was going to be. And if I was going to have to suffer consequences anyhow, I might as well do some things that make it worth the trouble. Remorseful crying afterward was useful. It broke their hearts. God, no matter what they said, God is not watching you all the time. On the other hand, if you pray real hard, sometimes God will hear you and even make a deal with you. You may have to be good for a while to get what you want, but it may be worth it. I almost destroyed my third grade teacher this way. I prayed for her to get sick, and she did, over and over and over. Power. Might may not make right somewhere in the world, but in our neighborhood, the big boys always had the first and the last word. I learned that hitting people was sometimes necessary to bring people into line. Didn't any folks hit me? The basic rule is clear. Always hit someone smaller than you. Skills. I learned how to spit between my teeth, how much fun it was to play with matches, how to play poker and cheat to win. I learned how to sneak out of my house, where to get a key duplicated, and how to drive the car up and down the driveway when my folks weren't home. And death. Not only did I discover that things could die, but I could kill them. Bugs, lizards, worms, and mice. Old people died, but since I would never get old, I would never die. What do I now know? For one thing, the last item in the list is false. I did grow up to be old and to know I, too, will die. I became one of those parents. My own children have themselves passed through kindergarten and their own back alley education. Though my older son is a man now, only 23 years separate us, and we are both able to talk about our childhoods without total embarrassment. He knows now about the snake. He tells me all the rotten things he did behind my back when he was a kid. And I tell him all the things I knew he was doing, but that I ignored because I didn't want to deal with the problem, considering what I had done at the same age. Being a parent forces you into a benevolent hypocrisy. It goes with the job. It is comforting for the two of us to confess to each other. It clears the air between us and makes us people to each other. Here's the tough part of what I know now, that the lessons of kindergarten are hard to practice if they don't apply to you. It's hard to share everything and play fair if you don't have anything to share, and life is itself unjust. I think of children of this earth who see the world through barbed wire, who live in a filthy, rubbled mess, not of their own making, and that they can never clean up. They do not wash their hands before they eat. There's no water or soap, or some do not have hands to wash. They do not know about warm cookies and cold milk, only stale scraps and hunger. They have no blankie to wrap themselves in and do not take naps because it's too dangerous to close their eyes. Theirs is not the kindergarten of finger paint and nursery rhymes, but an X-rated school of harsh dalliance. Their teachers are not sweet women who care, but the indifferent instructors called pain, fear, and misery. Like all children everywhere, they tell stories of monsters. Theirs are for real. In what they have seen with their own eyes, in broad daylight, we do not want to know what they have learned, but we know, and it ain't kindergarten stuff. The line between good and evil, hope and despair, does not divide the world between us and them. It runs down the middle of every one of us. I do not want to talk about what you understand about this world. I want to know what you will do about it. I do not want to know what you hope. I want to know what you will work for. I do not want your sympathy for the needs of humanity. I want your muscle, as the wagon driver said when they came to a long, hard hill. Them's that's going on with us, get out and push. Them's that ain't, get out of the way. So that's the story for today. Pretty potent and pretty heavy. So I hope that didn't bring too many people down, but the truth is hard. So that's it for Robert Fulgham for today. Yeah, we all hope that Carol's feeling better. I think she is a little bit better. Hi, Kathy. And I think I said hi to everybody. If I'm going to be working on my Bauhaus. Oh, and I learned about this group of design. Oh man. Design artists and movement, I guess you would call it a movement that started in Germany in 1918-ish, which was a really hard time because it's right after World War I in Germany, and a group of artists and architects and all sorts of people came together and kind of built a school, and they felt that all these things could work together for humanity. And a couple of weeks ago, probably more like a month ago, I was at Creations, Spectrum Creative Arts, I do believe, Maddie, and they were selling a Stamperia paper pack that highlighted the Bauhaus movement, I guess. And I went nuts. I bought everything. I bought the 12 by 12. I bought the 8 by 8. I bought the 6 by 6. And I don't know. I don't know. I probably shouldn't have bought the smaller ones. I went back and bought a second 12 by 12 because the pages are double-sided. So in order to use both sides, I had to have a second 12-inch pack so I could cut that up and use both sides. I bought the stamps. I bought a stencil. I mean, I went crazy all out. And then I had all this stuff and I waited. It took a long time before I found a design, a journal to put it in. So here's the book that got me going on the story of Bauhaus, and it's interesting. And maybe some artists you might be familiar with. Wassily Kandinsky, Paul Klee, I think is probably the most famous that we might be familiar with, but it's a beautiful set. Yes, it is. And so I finally found a format for it. And this format, it's ironic because this format that I'm going to show you and I'm going to attempt to start to embellish was used for an Alice in Wonderland digi download from Victoria Designs. I've talked about Victoria Designs a lot. And so this is their journal design. And I guess I don't know what else to call it. It's their journal, but not obviously Alice in Wonderland. I've taken their journal, followed their video step by step and recreated that journal, and then have attempted to put the Bauhaus pieces in those spaces. And it's got a lot of flips and flaps. So I'm going to open it and then I'm going to just kind of chat and embellish. I've got a lot of embellishments. I've got to make room for this thing because it just keeps on giving. It goes and goes and goes and goes and goes and then goes some more. It's one of those. I mean, it took me days, obviously, because I had to keep on going back and rewinding and going back and rewinding. There was a lot of measuring, lots of measuring. I have all over my drop sheet here, I've got fractions and numbers written all over the place about how things have to be, this size and that. They use chipboard. I didn't have chipboard, so all underneath this is cracker boxes and cereal box, that's it. So it comes like this. Now I have hardware coming. It was supposed to arrive yesterday, but I have some hardware that's latches that are going to go here that'll hold it shut. Unfortunately, I don't have them. They'll be here today sometime. And so then you open this way, and then you open it this way. Okay. So on this side, you have just a straight up journal, just a regular journal that uses elastic bands.
And
yeah,
you can make yourself bigger so they can see better and put me off to the side little.
Okay. Let's see.
I'm not doing anything fancy, so
Is that the one? Okay. All right. Thank you. All right. That's better. Okay. So that's it. And now I'm going to open it slowly but surely. And again, it's very busy. All of the pieces are busy, and it's just the style, and they just crammed in everything that these people designed. They even had a ballet. So on this side, it's just a traditional journal. And it's attached with, grommets. And I'm using elastic bands to hold the two signatures together. There's a pocket here that I don't have anything in yet. And they even decorated some envelopes. So I decorated, just a regular, envelope that slides in. So I did that. And that'll be an area to put stuff in. And that'll slide back in. Many of us have journals, designed this way. And so this is just a two signature journal. They had an envelope that you decorated. This was just a junk mail envelope that I put scraps on. And this gets glued down here. And then I added some graph paper, and I did some Bauhaus type drawings of my own. And so that's what's on this side, is just a straight up journal. And in the middle, I can fold this up over here. And maybe as time goes on, I might, do some embellishment, maybe stamps over there. And in the middle, you made like a folio. And this opens like so. And these kind of hold these down. And then we have a waterfall here that's going to take some stuff like so. And then you kind of have cards, and I plan to make maybe some tags, and then they'll go, and they kind of hold that down, and that folds up like so, and that sits in the middle like so. And we take this out, and we've got an area here for tags. And this opens up like so. And here's some area for tags and folders. And they go on the side like so. And then this flap opens. And then these are, mats to put more pictures and more embellishments. And this opens this way, and this comes down this way. And there are, let's see down here, there are pockets here. And pockets here. And these go here, and these pieces will be glued. This little booklet goes here that'll open, and it'll have more stuff on it, and that gets glued here. I haven't glued that yet. Oh, there that is. Oh, okay. And then there's more waterfalls that go here and here, like so. And it folds up like so, and like so, and like so. And this goes like so, and so. And now this is the other journal, and this journal has a bunch of pop-ups, like small pop-ups. And I'm going to be embellishing those. And this is obviously for a tag. And this kind of pops up here a little bit. And I'm going to be gluing these on in a second. And I'm using, so these go here. And I'm going to be gluing these on after I just go through here. And then we've got these go here. So another pop up. And then let's see if I can't move this down a little bit. I really can't. And then this opens, and these are for, folders and such. And then this opens like so. And this is really cool. This opens like so. And there's going to be stuff that goes here and here and here. And it closes up. And then you have another thing that opens, and I've got pieces that are going to be glued here and here. And then for pockets on the side here. And then finally there's this, it's like a chair that opens. This opens up here and that falls down. So that's the journal or journals. So that's how it came out. And I'm going to embellish and if you have any questions, be certainly glad to answer them. Let me read some chat here. Becky, yeah, I guess I was thinking the same thing, but I don't know really. I mean, Gail says it's a lap book of sorts. And I guess, I'm not sure what I mean, I've seen many lap books. I've never made one. Hi, Shannon. But I guess a lap book, this would be kind of like a lap book, I guess. I don't know. Carol, would you call this a lap book? Carol there? Mm-hmm.
I'm here, but I was muted. I had to get the mouse.
Okay.
It's like a table book. Yeah, I would say it's a display book.
Okay. Yeah, I guess it is because it's really, I mean, I don't really have any journaling spots. I mean, I can't imagine picking up this and writing in it,
No, I would say it's purely decorative.
Yes. And it was just, yeah, I would agree with you. It's decorative and the challenge just to see, I mean, I really wanted to see how much of this I could cram in here. I mean,
you love that style, so I would definitely say it's more, collectible display.
Oh, that's a good way of putting it. Yeah, that's a good way of wording it, collectible style. Yeah, because this is just crazy. I mean, this whole design, they're still around. There's a couple of Bauhaus type like stores in Germany. They designed, buildings and houses for the masses kind of thing. Historically speaking, it's after World War I, and Germany is a mess. They basically were given the bill for World War I. The country was in ruins. And a lot of people, not only in Germany, after going through the war to end all wars, because that's what World War I was known as, people figured, they took an attitude of, c'est la vie, live life, because it's, you don't know. And it's, just go for. And so a lot of the designs and attitudes were rather outlandish. I mean, even by our day standards. And of course, in the United States, this is when we had the the flappers. Women were cutting their hair and shortening their skirts. And so the whole world was taking a whole different attitude about how to live your life and, and live it to the fullest. And this group of artists and architects got together and they formed a school. And
Sorry.
that's okay. They started experimenting with design and practicality, things that became, more practical and technical. And they had like a metal shop and where they designed lamps and chairs. And we look at them today and we're thinking, boy, that doesn't look like a very comfortable chair. This here is probably the most recognizable chair. I've seen this chair like in somebody's house that had a very modern house, this design chair, very simple. And that was kind of what they were noted for, the beauty of the most basic. And they came up with the phrase, less is more. And so this was their whole attitude. And this is why I had to buy 2 of this, because it's double-sided. And so in order to get the other side, I had to buy. So here's another chair. I don't know how many of you are familiar with that chair. I've seen that kind of. It doesn't look real comfortable, but you can see the simplicity is the functionality and style. I tried to combine function and style. And again, it's 1919, 1920. And just think about the furniture from the Victorian age, right? And how ornate that furniture was. And the fabric was so ornate and fancy. And then you go to something as stark and angular as their style was. And so it was a real deviation from the norm for sure. And I guess that's what kind of interested me in the fact that they were really, talk about breaking the mold. And of course, during this period of time, as time goes on, I mean, the whole thing shut down. The whole thing shut down basically, for all intents purposes, by 1933. Because in 1933, in Germany, Hitler and the Nazi Party was coming to power, and they did not like this at all. And so this group were kind of harassed, and they kind of faded away. Many of the artists ended up coming to the United States and such because they couldn't, the political atmosphere was not safe for them. And there were some Jewish artists in that group too, and they certainly were not safe. So you can see this lamp. I'm sure that you're familiar with this style of lamp, and I'll show you one that they also designed. And I know you're familiar with because many of us have one of these. Does this lamp look familiar to you? Hi, Deb. Because this is a Bauhaus design. And this gooseneck, that's theirs. And that's very, very much still alive. Carol said she has a lamp just like that. So, whoops, I gotta do this. I gotta pay attention. No, yeah, I want that because I got that. I'm sorry. So. And then they had women in the group. They wanted to bring in material. They wanted to include everything. So they had a department of weaving, and they did weaving and created material also. They had a metal shop where they did a lot of metal work. They had ballet and stuff like that. And they lived on it. They had like a campus-like thing, and the teachers were called, they were masters. They weren't professors, they were masters. And the women felt that they were not treated equally, like what they were doing was not considered as important as what the men were doing. And, that's kind of still true today. So I don't know. I'm going to just put these because I want to be able to see them. So eventually something will go there. I got this. And here's another chair that's somewhat familiar. And here's that expression, less is more. Hi, Andrea. Okay. Becky's messed up her wrist. Do you think it's from too much crocheting? I guess. But, and I guess they weren't considered. I mean, I would consider them to be part of the avant-garde movement, but they didn't think of themselves as avant-garde. but it was just something so totally different. And then they were revived. I mean, some of these, the guy that designed this lamp, he fought for the patent of it. And this is, again, this I think they call it a gooseneck, right? I think. And it's still manufactured today. And I told you that there are some Bauhaus like stores in Germany and other places in Europe. I don't know that there's any stores here in the United States. I was looking for, I Googled Bauhaus hardware. I was wondering whether I could find some hardware that I could use as a, closure for the journal. And I found that was being sold, Bauhaus Germany. It was like a design, but it was cabinet handles for like drawers and kitchen cabinets. And I just couldn't figure out how to use that as a clasp. So I went with the clasp that they used for this journal on the video. So let's see. And then this is part of the weaving. The women did the weaving, and I think the women may have designed the chair. And as you can see, if you look, you can see that their dominant color are the primary colors. Everything is red, yellow, and blue. Hi, Safia. Thank you for joining us this morning. I'm kind of rambling on here about Bauhaus, which stands for, I think, build house, or build a house in German, I think. And I've been working on this, it seems like forever. This is kind of like my Alice journal. And it just is that it just keeps on going. And this type of chair, we have these are like what we call banquet chairs, and they stack. And the stacking end tables, that was their design too. They were the ones that came up with that. You have the tables that one's bigger and then smaller, and they kind of stack or slide into one another. That was a Bauhaus design. So it's probably all around us.
So would you say they were the beginnings of IKEA?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah. I never thought about that. Yeah. I'm sure they influenced some of the design of IKEA furniture. Yeah.
It's what it kind of seems like, the simple but very
functional.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good point. I've never been to an IKEA store.
I was. They're just like, you could get lost.
I understand it's quite the experience.
It's easier to shop online.
Well, yeah, that's.
You can't find it. You really can't find everything because everything is set up like rooms.
Oh, so you go into a kitchen room and then
all this stuff.
And it would just be kitchen stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I got those done. Now I don't have anything for here, so I will go back and find something for here. That's going to be cool. Okay. Now I'm going to do. That's not bad. Let me do this. And I'm going to work over here. I'll switch over to over here. And I can fold this half. I knew this was going to be a problem because it's big. Oh, that's fine. You can see me doing this, right? Hi, Janet Nash. Trying to read. Okay. Becky's. I've already picked out these, and I'm just going to put them down, and I'm going to use the good old black cardstock. I don't know what we would do without our black cardstock, because man, that makes everything just look so good. Well, Becky, did your wrist did it come on gradually, or just all of a sudden it just started to hurt, and the hurt hasn't gone away? Or is there any one moment where you said to yourself, wow, my wrist hurts? Like, it's like one day it was fine, and then the next day it wasn't. So these are going to go here. And this will go here. Again, very colorful stuff. And I tell you, it's fun. If you want to doodle, I've done some and I didn't know it was Bauhaus. But I just started, I guess, doodling. And I took a compass and I started just drawing circles with a compass, or half circles with a compass, and then took a triangle like ruler and started drawing lines and triangle lines and half circles, and then colored some of them in, and I did it in black and ink, and it came out really cool. And it's kind of like ends up kind of looking like this kind of stuff, but I had no idea I'd never heard of this. I'd never heard of Bauhaus before in my life, and I feel kind of silly that I'd never heard of this whole movement before. But I never took an art class, an art class in college, and there's so much I don't know. Anybody in here had ever heard of Bauhaus before?
Hi, Lori.
Oh, hi, Jan. Did I say hi to you? I think I did. I haven't had a chance to watch the video hop on scissors. I'm looking forward to those. I did watch Mary make a pair of scissors, and it reminded me of Edward Scissorhand. Nope. Okay. Yeah, I hadn't heard of them either, Debbie. Honestly, to be honest, it's really all new to me. And some of it I really like, and some of it I kind of scratch my head at. I guess it was oh, okay. Andrea said she'd heard of it, but only because she watches a lot of Brit TV. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Huh. Okay. It's I guess I don't know what I was attracted to. I guess it's the simplicity of it and the color, using the basic colors. And then I got that book. I had the book. So when they showed this paper pack on the Maddie's website, I went crazy. Unfortunately, I mean, I really went nuts. I bought it all. I don't know that I needed it all, but I have it. I'm going to use double-sided tape because that glue's not there. That's much better. All right, so that'll go here, and then I'll stick this here. So Bauhaus, Bauhaus, Haus. Bauhaus. House is house in German. House. And I think Ba is build. Huh. That's interesting. I was very confused by all the images of Frida I see used by many American artists and crafters till I looked her up. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, again, this was all new to me. Totally new to me. And I don't know whether this, once this is done, or will it ever be done? I don't know. And I think Carol's right. It'll be on my coffee table. When people come, they might look at it and scratch their heads. Go, okay, whatever. But it's one of those things. I went through my journals last Sunday, and I got a whole bunch of them, but I only know one. One has a home. Alice has got a home, thanks to Nettie. Nettie has claimed Alice.
That's if we let her take it.
I know. I didn't tell that. I guess we didn't tell that whole story because we were joking about that, right? And we were in the chat room, and I'd left the chat room, and I had an appointment with an estate planner to set up a trust fund. And I'm sitting at his desk, and he's asking me, is there anything that you want to bequeath? And I kind of laughed inside because just before I had left to go to this meeting, kidding around, Nettie said, I want you to bequeath the Alice Journal to me. And then here I am in a lawyer's office, and he's asking me, and I said, no, I don't have anything. But the whole time I was thinking of, Nettie and my Alice Journal. Good morning, Kimberly.
Hi, Kimberly.
Are you getting nervous, Kimberly? How are your parents doing? I think they're in the Naples area. I'm not sure. Pretty sure. Yes, that's right. And that's my conclusion. My conclusion is it's the joy of making it, and then that's it. I don't really care after that. And it doesn't. I always do that. And it doesn't really have to have a function, does it? Other than bringing me joy. And it has. And frustration. There's been a lot of cursing. I have to tell you, there's been a lot of cursing, a lot of yelling, a lot of Lily looking at me like, have you lost your mind? Yeah. I'm a little nervous. I'm taking Lily to the vet tomorrow, and I'm hoping. Did I say something to the vet about is it CBD? No, or just do it?
Some approve of CBD and some don't.
Okay. I'm assuming I can buy that online, right?
Yep.
Lily's got arthritis, just like me. Oh, okay. All right. Everyone's doing great. It's on my brother this time. I've had many years of boarding them up. Oh, they're renting right now? Okay. All right. Okay. no one really knows. If I keep on looking at the cone of dread, and
Hi, MBA.
hi MBA, they might be okay. It keeps on moving west, but I think so. If it keeps on moving west, northwest, the Panhandle could bear the brunt of it, which is considerably north of Naples. I wish no one gets it, but I don't know that there's anything that's going to change that. I thought I was paying attention to where I put the sticky down, but I wasn't. All right, so that kind of goes like that, right? And then you open it up, and those are here. This, I screwed this up, so just pretend that that's there, because I made a mistake when I made it. What else is new? That goes here. All right, and then, I could have sworn I cut pieces out for that. I mean, honest to gosh, I really, well, that must have been a bad dream. I got these here. I got to pay attention to where I'm putting down the double-sided tape. The double-sided tape works a lot better. I was trying to think about how many. I've lived here for 22 years, and I was trying to think about how many hurricanes I've lived through. It's quite a few. I hate them. I don't know that anybody likes them, but I tried earlier to get contacted a company about installing hurricane shutters out on my porch. And I wanted them to be like electric or like bifold where I could fold them in. And he said that before he looked at the structure, said it would be $6,000.
Wow.
Yeah. And then when he looked at the structure out on the that encloses the porch, he said they couldn't do it. So at least he was honest.
It's crazy.
Yeah. And I don't know whether, I mean, I knew it was going to be expensive, but I didn't think it was going to be that expensive. I mean, it would be ideal, right? If there was, I could just go push a button, and magically would come down and enclose my porch. Oh, Becky, I'm reading. Oh, Becky's mom is. She okay? Oh, she's sore.
Oh no. Yeah, it happens to the best of us, even if we aren't old.
Yeah.
But it's harder, you know. We all like we talked about, Ann. The mind says you are this age. The body says you're this age.
Right. Right. I'd much rather be the age that my mind says I am.
Yeah.
But
I don't know if this is going to work. I'm not.
Lily and I both have arthritis. So she's going to the vet tomorrow. And I was telling, she just started biting me. And that's just not her personality. And I Googled it, of course. And when I Googled it, it said if your cat starts biting you, and in bold black print, it said it means they are in pain. And then in bold black print, it said call a vet immediately. That really got my attention. really got my attention. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, so November for you, Deb, snow. You get colder and colder. Yeah, I do believe. I never believed in, you blood's thinner or thicker or whatever with the weather. But I now believe it now living in Florida that there is something to that. My problem is with the arthritis, it's hard to get dressed. And when I go to visit my son in Utah, I've got to put on all these extra clothes, like deal with long pants and socks and shoes. Where in Florida, it's those t-shirts and a flip flops, and coats and gloves and
The heater's
scarves and all
on
of that.
today. The heater's on here today for the first time.
Is that about right, or is that early, or about the right?
It's close. I say it's a little bit early, but
Well, will you get an Indian summer, or
I'm
is it
hoping.
that over? Okay.
I'm hoping.
Well, now
You never
Indian
know.
summer. That Indian summer is after you get your first hard frost, and then it gets warm after that. Is that considered the Indian summer? I can't remember. There's something that happens that constitutes an Indian summer.
I'm not sure.
So Becky said she had trouble with the elevation change. See, I didn't realize that you were. So it's more elevated where in Carolina? Was she, or was it elevated, upstate New York? I guess it was. Okay, Gail says I got it right with the. I do miss fall. Fall is my favorite season.
Yep, mine too.
It's what follows it that's not so much fun.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to shoveling.
No. Well, I finally hired somebody to shovel or plow my driveway the year I decided to move to Florida. Up to that point, I shoveled the driveway.
Yeah, we have no choice but to hire somebody to do the driveway when the other people don't do it, because our driveway is like a quarter-mile long. So
yeah, you can't do that. That's ridiculous. Yeah.
I tried the first year.
Well, we had a driveway. It was a single driveway that went along the side of the house and then wrapped around to the back to a 2-car garage. So it opened up to a 2-car, obviously. And it wasn't paved, and it was gravel. And we had a snow blower, and I would snow blow it, but I'd have to be real careful, obviously, to leave a pack of snow. Otherwise, I'd be flinging gravel everywhere. And didn't want to break a window. Then we had the driveway paved. And then when I first started using the snow blower, if you turn the chute around in the wrong direction, the next thing you know, you're covered in snow. You got to pay attention to it. That would happen to me several times. And then the kids, what I would do is I'd go out into the backyard with the snow blower, and I would start just going around in a circle and build a gigantic mound of snow in the middle of the backyard for the kids to play in. That was kind of fun.
Oh yeah, those were the days. Not anymore.
No. Well, I missed, down here in Florida, we would have a hurricane day But I would much rather have had a snow day than a hurricane day. 'Cause snow days aren't scary, but hurricanes are. Yep, igloo buildings. Yep.
For those that are wondering what I'm doing, I'm just, we started this book 2 Saturdays ago, The Never Ending Book.
Yeah, no, I think we did it last Saturday, didn't we?
Yeah, it was last Saturday.
Yeah.
Not this Saturday, last Saturday. So 2 Saturdays ago.
Yeah.
I'm just finishing mine. Well, I'm not finishing, I'm just working on. I just edged all mine in a purple ink, which is the India ink. I'm using them up. And then I'm using the black cardstock to put a base down. And then I'm going to put some pictures or stuff in here. Haven't exactly decided what yet, but maybe either my birds or some monsters or some of my Tim Burton pictures.
Oh, yeah, those are great. I love it.
So
Yeah.
I use the purple edging, so I think it makes the black stand out a little bit, and then with the white pictures. But I had to go through because I used the glue sticks to put this together, and
Yeah.
then when I put, just so everybody knows, when you use your glue stick, even though this is sat for a week and a half,
Yeah.
something like that, a week,
Hmm.
and I put my ink over the top, and I had to reglue almost all
Oh,
of
gee.
the center things. So I had got out my adhesive glue. Sit down, you two. Let's not say we did.
So the glue stick's not doing the job.
No, the glue sticks, if you're going to be putting something over the top of whatever you're creating, if you're not using like your tape or something similar of a dry medium, if you're not
Okay.
putting a dry medium over your glue stick, will you go sit down, Luna? Now. They're at it. It'll make your glue stick come off.
Oh, yeah.
So
I'm
it
not. Yeah, I used.
unmoves everything.
Yeah, because the glue sticks I'm using, they're not. They're not. I don't know. I'm not happy with them at all. I mean, granted, they're
This happened with the Oohoo's and the
okay.
Elf. It happened with both.
Okay, because
So
Uhu's, yeah, that's a really good brand.
so if you take and put a wet medium over your glue stick, it is going to make it come apart.
Oh,
So that's with two different types of glue sticks. And like I said, this sat for a week, and it's still I had to go all along the edges and in the middle and reglue everything.
oh, that's no fun.
So
I
now,
wonder if you could sew them.
yes, that is an option, but too late.
Right. But I haven't done anything with mine, so I'm thinking maybe I could sew it. Now those little drawings that you've made, they're going to fit, right?
I can cut them down.
Oh, you have enough. You have enough room that you can cut them down, and you can
Yeah,
make that work.
yep.
Okay.
So they'll be put in this book. It'll be mostly as a storage, just like we did with the
Oh, the
oh,
ephemera.
the ephemera one, the first one we made. It's almost like a storage book for my photos, and that way, if anybody's interested in purchasing my art, all I have to do is pull it out, and it's protected because it will be flat and stored inside here instead of just sitting in a box somewhere.
Speaking of ephemera storage, did you see Nettie's?
Oh, yes, I did.
Oh my gosh, Nettie, you just smacked that. Oh my gosh, it is so awesome. Oh,
Hi, Janet USA.
unbelievable. She really did a great job on that, didn't she? Oh, I'm so proud.
Yes, it was beautiful. I loved it. I'm glad they share some pictures.
Yeah.
We don't always get to see what everybody makes.
No, I know. And she has a lot stored. I have some more stuff to put in mine too.
Me too. I just haven't gotten that far.
Yeah, I know. But it's
Every,
there.
everything here is. Hey, you two, stop it! Don't be fighting over cookies. I'll be right back. I got to get more cookies.
More cookies. The doggies need more cookies. Okay, Aunt Bex. So you can see that this is a pretty tedious process, and I'm not. I was listening to somebody. Still putting up shutters.
I'm doing okay, Janet. I'm holding my own today. I'm here.
Yes,
I'm here.
she is.
Yesterday was not a good day to be here.
Yep. I muddled through without, and it was
You did good. You did good.
well,
You
one
don't
more.
have anything to worry about. It is nice having somebody to talk to, though.
It is. It is. It is. It is.
I am getting there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 more pieces to go.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Let's see. Is that gonna fold? Yeah, that will fold. Huh. There you go. I got two more of these to put on, and then I honestly don't know. There's so many places to put stuff and things that I've got chipboard stuff, like three-dimensional stuff that I want to put on that I bought also. And I'm just wondering whether I can get all of it on here. Probably when you see all the different places and the mats, I probably could fill every last one. Especially since again I bought a second. See, I don't even know which way that goes. I have to look. Oh, I think it's a B. It's a B for Bauhaus. I haven't used the stencil yet. I also bought Paul Klee's textbook. He wrote a textbook for his students when he was teaching sketching. But if you look at it, you still have. I made that huge storage book, but I'm not using it much. It's just so big that it's only the size. Like Nettie's is so much more usable. Yep. I still need to fill mine with ephemera. I thought yours was filled with ephemera, Nettie. You're going to add more ephemera. I have to put more slots in mine, because I've got more pages to add more ephemera, but I've got to add more, the paper slots to add the ephemera to. Because I cut out my little dragons. So they can go in there too. And now that we're storing it, now we got to take it out and use it. The theory behind that is when you store it that way, it's visible and easy to get at, so you'll use it. But I like just looking at I like looking at all those little Timmy's people. I like looking at them, not necessarily using them. Oh, you only filled one side. Oh, that's right. Okay, that's right. Yep. Yep. That's true. One side. Did you realize you had that much ephemera, Nettie, until you started putting that together? Because I didn't know that I had. Well, I emptied, I think, 3 baggies worth of ephemera when I started putting it on mine. Fill my book. If anybody wants to, if nobody knows what we're talking about, and if you want to see one of those ephemera books that we made, I've got mine filled. I can show real quick. Carol's got one. It's the woman that did that was inspired by the never-ending book that Carol's working on. That's right. It's all in one place. That's the nice. I think that's the nicest feature. And really, I mean, in CD case. Okay, CD cases. I've seen people use CD cases. Yes. There. Ta-da. I don't think I'm going to put anything. If I put anything in the middle here, I'm not sure where to be. Maybe it would be one long thing. So that folds up like so, right? And then you open it up, and then you've got all of these thingies here. I don't know that I want to do anything. Maybe I could put one long skinny thing here. Fine. So that's that. Because I'll have to make tags. I was thinking making, traditional tags. I'm not sure what to put here. This is my take. This is my take on the Bauhaus. This is one of the things I did with the compass and drew some lines. Okay. Now you're hanging in there with me. I have okay, got that. There was something else I had. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Huh. Dear, yeah. Did I lost my mind? Yes. Huh. All right. I made these for yesterday. And they're going to go. Let me move this over here. Slide this over here. Whoops. Yeah, my stamps are unmounted. Oh, 20 CD cases. Oh my gosh. Yeah, they don't take up much room. 200. Oh my Lord. Are those like the plastic, the clear plastic CD cases? Because I have my stamps in CD cases. This type of I have all my Like a lot of my loose stamps are in CD cases, and I've stamped on the outside to see. I have to have like 200. Oh my gosh. That's for stamp. Oh, stamped. I was thinking postage stamps. You mean stamps like this. Okay. Yeah, that's a good way of storing them because you can see them. Oh, where's this? Oh, there it is. Okay, that's what I was looking for. There's too many moving pieces here. Lily, oh my gosh. Do you see what time it is? No. The other problem I have with taking Lily to the vet is, unfortunately, whoops, she's never had any shots. And the last time I was there, 2018, the vet said to me, you know, what if she bites somebody? You're gonna have, you're gonna be sued and blah blah blah. And he was scaring me into, and I figured, oh, Lily would never bite anybody. Ha ha ha! Famous last words, right? And he said to me, he said, I won't treat her. I won't treat her again unless she has all her shots. So she's going to be getting all of her shots tomorrow. And I don't know whether they have reactions to those or not. I'm assuming they can.
They can and can't. It just depends. I think she'll be all right, though.
I'm thinking, I don't know what I did. I made these all yesterday, and I don't know where I was going to put them. Huh.
Yeah, Gail says it's rare.
Okay, it is rare. Okay. That's good to know. I envision diarrhea and all sorts of things.
They may sleep.
Well,
they might just rest.
Oh, that's fine. She does that now. What if I can't believe it? I planned those all for there, and why would I? I'm talking to myself because I've lost my mind. And I made all these things. I cut out the things, and now I don't know where I was going to put those things. And I'll have to find another place to. Okay, it's okay. It's fine. I guess they were going to go here. That's not right either. Okay.
She does, Deb. She gets lost in her project. But that's the fun of it. And plus we get to see her thought process.
Oh, my muddled brain. Yeah.
Well, because it's such a detailed book. It's so amazing. And the outcome of your Alice book is, if it has any indication of the details and the time you put into it and the thought process, this one is going to be just as amazing.
Thank you.
Meow.
Can you hear her? No.
Meow. So can Luna.
Really?
Yep.
Okay. No, Lily, don't even think of, oh, don't you dare. Don't you dare. Oh, there it is. Oh my God, I was losing my mind. I knew I had, oh, I feel so much better. Thank you. Oh my gosh. I couldn't figure out where these were going to go. I had them all cut up, ready to go, and I couldn't figure out where the hell I was supposed to. I found it. I found it. I found it. Oh, I feel so much better. I forgot there's flaps that open and they go here. Oh, Lordy. Look, see? It's all cut.
Oh, there you go.
And I couldn't remember. I couldn't find, oh man, I feel so much better. Whew.
Freddie says woof.
Freddie says woof.
Yeah, she's talking. He was talking to Luna. Because Loca's outside. It's not raining at the, well, talk about the little bugger. It's not, it was pouring this morning, so. No, let her alone.
Oh my gosh. I was really rather upset. Oh, you know what? Oh my God. I actually took a picture of this layout.
Remember.
And I didn't remember. Oh, Lordy.
I took a picture and didn't remember.
No, I have the picture right here. I have the proof. Oh, and that brought up to Deb's picture of that necklace. Deb, your necklace. I think it's beautiful. And I think that chain is perfect for it.
It is. It sets it off because it's a detailed chain, and the metal around the pendant is plain, so it accents very nicely.
I only can see that with the glare, but yeah, I think the chain is, because the chain has got, it's got color in it, and it's got some of the, yeah. I think the chain is perfect for that. Now that stone is turquoise. I'm assuming. There's the picture. There's a picture. I took a picture. There it is. Layout right there. Oh, Ann, what can I do with you? I was so proud of myself. I was so organized. I figured, oh, I got so many moving pieces. Take a picture, and then you won't even have to think about it. When you're on stream, you can just get out the picture. And then I couldn't even remember where this went, because there was a flap that I had to open. A lot of flippy flaps. Now so if you're ever, if you ever want to, if you want to build a journal, right? And you want to look for a different type of journal style, check out Victoria Designs. Just saying. I mean,
is that where you found this one?
Yeah. I'm not buying their digipack, but I am inspired by the design that the digipack goes in. I don't know who actually designs these packs, whether it's Victoria Designs or whether it's the woman that puts it together. I'm assuming Victoria Designs is the one that actually designs the. There's another one that they have. It's called it's a fall journal. And I think I'd like to do that, but not do the fall thing, but use the
style.
Use the style of the journal, yeah. And put my own stuff in there. I don't like that. I'm not happy with my glue. It's just not working for me.
glue are you using?
Well, I'm using Amazon Basic because the glue I got you, that's the extreme or extra,
My
whatever. That's hard to
power,
find.
my power's blinking, so if I disappear, I won't be back.
All right. Poof, poof.
Yeah, it was just flickering, and it's like, oh no, please don't disconnect.
No, don't go away, Carol.
Anyway, yeah, I'm using this neutral pH adhesive from Lineco. It's for bookmaking.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. That's
So
good stuff. Should
yeah,
be, right?
I've
Bookmaking.
had it like quite a few years and I haven't used it. But now I've used like this much, so you can actually see what's in the bottle.
Oh, that's liquid. It's like a
Yeah,
pea. Okay.
yeah, but I was gonna pull out the Yes paste, but after the last incident, I decided to go with this one
Right.
and just
Right.
work with this glue. It's not, you know, using wet glue isn't my favorite when I'm using like cardstock and thin papers, but
Yeah.
I
I,
didn't want to use glue stick.
no. I guess wet glue, if you put it on thin enough,
Yeah,
she used a lot of wet glue, but
I
it
thought
was a,
using your glitter glue.
that's what I am. That's what I've switched to. Yep. That's exactly what I'm using. And it's you just put on such a thin bead. It's just a really thin, and you get the little nozzle thingy. I emptied this little bottle, right? Because when I bought it, it came with an 8-ounce bottle and then this little bottle that's got the nozzle on it. And I had to refill it, and you think I could not find the funnel. I'm going, oh shoot.
Deb says she's thinking about trying the librarian journal.
Oh, that's a cool one. I've looked at that.
Is that on that same site?
Yes, yes. Oh man, Deb, I can't tell you how many times I've looked at that one. That is a cool one too. Yeah. Let me know if you do it. Maybe we could do it together. That'd be cool. That's
Oh,
yeah.
we could all be on here, all three of us, and create
Yeah, everybody could, yeah, because you can cover it with whatever you want. You don't buy well, you could buy the digi download. I'm not, I just like the design. Well, I know which one you're talking about. It's fun. I mean, I don't know how many people have ever done that. I'm sure you have. I'm not, where you go and look for a journal, and then you build the journal, the journal, but then you do your own, you put your own stuff on those journal pages. But you're inspired by the design, and that's a lot of fun. Okay, that goes there, kind of, maybe, sort of. So,
She says not until November.
well, yeah, she's going to Mexico.
Oh, how nice.
Well,
That's great.
in October, right?
It's a fun holiday.
Yeah, I think isn't Ian going right past Cancun?
Oh,
I think Ian's given brushing Cancun. That's the tricky thing this time of year, because you're gonna and Gail says she always returns to using PVA bookbinding glue. So
so
PVA,
this is
okay.
It's a permanent PVA adhesive, dries clear, remains flexible.
Okay.
Buffered for added protection, shake well and apply at room temperature. Do not store in direct sunlight. Avoid freezing.
Okay.
Used for paper, board, framing, collage, crafts, bookbinding.
Okay. All right.
Archival quality.
Okay.
Museum quality adhesive.
Oh, okay. Because I bought some PVA glue and I just thought I thought that's what Elmer's glue was, but I guess this is different than Elmer's.
Yes. It's very different from Elmer's.
Honey, no. No, honey.
But
Not
why?
now. It's too early, honey. You gotta hang in there, please. It's 10:30. Oh dear.
But I'm starving.
You know, that's baloney. She's not
It's
starving.
treat time.
It's, it's not. You'll be fine, honest. Be honest, I would never let you starve, honey. No. No, 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 no. No. You need to go back and take a nap. Go out on the porch and take a nap.
Yeah, I don't have any of those fine needle applicators. That is a thought.
Yeah.
No, no.
I don't know where. I bought a little bag of them somewhere. I don't remember where. Oh, and then the one that came in the other glitter glue thing I had, I put a pin in it, right? Just like a sewing pin. And then I couldn't get the pin out. And then when I finally got the pin out, I yanked the whole thing out, in essence broke it. So I can't use it. I can't get the pin out. At least this has a little plastic, like a little plastic thing. And that other little thing that Becky showed us, which I've used too, is I think it's called the glue bot. And they use it to, they use it for, woodworking. And when they, put in glue, carpenter's glue on, wood projects. And it has like a gravity feed in it. That's a really good device, but you got to put your own concoction in there. But I made a mixture of matte medium and Elmer's glue. It seemed to work pretty good. You can start experimenting, just start throwing all the different glues together. Has to be stainless steel pins. Yeah, well, found that out the hard way. Well, what are the sewing pins? Aren't they stainless steel? The pins that you use to pin up.
It depends.
Well, it's in there, and I couldn't get it out, so I hate this. Drives me nuts. All right, where are we? I got one here. Here, this goes here. This goes here. All righty, here. And I got the two coffee teapots. Yeah, they designed like ceramics. They designed teapots and coffee pots and French press coffee pots and stainless steel tea services. So they had dinnerware kind of designs. There is the Bauhaus dress that is apparently very well known in fashion circles. And this is the Bauhaus dress she's wearing. It's just a straight shift, but that was designed in the materials workshop. That looks like Audrey Hepburn, but that's the That's the shift. Very basic, but that's their design. And some of these guys, ended up getting their own personal patents on the things that they designed while they were working in the Bauhaus facility. I thought was
Neil
interesting.
said, and you watch Mike Deacon. You said you
Yes.
have seen the adhesive he uses a lot, that clear gel-like glue.
Yes.
Think it's a Uhu product. He seems to like that a lot.
Yes, I've noticed that. That's one of his newer glues. He was using clear. What was he using? Purple. He was using a clear, a liquid glue. It was in Elmer's too there for a while.
And Deb says, if you don't want the art glitter glue excess to show the shine, you can use a baby wipe to carefully remove it.
Oh, okay. I didn't notice it shined.
There, I've got 1/2 of the book done.
Oh, wow.
1/2.
That's a lot. That's a lot of cardstock.
I've had it for years.
Well, I was rummaging around looking for something for yesterday, and I found in Ziploc, like document bags.
Hi, Lolia. Sorry.
Hi, Malaya.
Bye,
And
Lori.
in there, I had neatly labeled black cardstock, gray cardstock, white cardstock.
Oh, wow.
And there was something else too. And all neatly in these, the zipper bag type of things. Didn't know. Did not know I had that. Okay, I have one more thing to do. And I don't know. There it is. There it is. So these little bits I am gluing down are just what they are, just exactly what they look like. They're little bits. I bought a bag of cutouts. These were supposed to be, they said they were stickers, but they are not stickers. I found out when I went to pull off the back. I ended up, pulling off all of the. So, and then I've got die cuts, which are, thicker than this. I mean, I went absolutely bonkers. The only thing I didn't buy is they had moles, and I didn't buy the moles, because I don't do moles. I don't know how to do moles. But I want to do that clay thing I was telling you about. I want to do that on a stream because I have that dry. What do you call that? Air dry clay.
Yep.
Deb says I have that library journal in head. Get out of there. No time for you right now. Mold? No, molds. Moles. I'm sure. Yeah. Moles. Yeah. I'm going to do some moles. Moldy moles. I don't know. There are a lot of steps to that. I noticed that Mike Deacon was doing some resin the other day too.
Yeah, I did that once upon a time.
Now resin that's just like liquid plastic that hardens.
Yeah, and the temperature just has to be right in your house or it doesn't dry. And if it's too humid, it takes longer. It's like, oh, it was a pain. If it's not mixed right, and, yeah, no. I'll stick to clay.
It sounds like it's labor intensive, but no guarantees that it's gonna
be nice. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
But, if you want to play, I mean, this stuff is expensive.
The resin now, do you like put something like like a little flour and then you cover it in resin, or
Well, you could do that, or you could use those, those molds that you put in the, oh, what the heck are they called? You can use them in your oven or bake with, or you can use any of those type molds with them as well.
like candy molds?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can use just about everything. It's not my favorite thing.
Okay.
Yes,
Because
that's
I
it.
have these.
Silicone. That's silicone molds.
Oh, silicone. That's the word. Yes, that's the word we were all searching for.
The brain is not working yet. You can tell.
Yeah. I
That's
had some.
why all I'm doing is gluing today. My eyes are burning because of the allergies.
But you're here. You're
I'm
a
here.
trooper.
I'm here.
You're here. And I appreciate you being here. And I'm sure everybody else appreciates you being here. And if they don't, they should.
They would have said, "Well, we have you in. Well, we don't need her."
I doubt that. I doubt that.
Like Mike said, unless you plan on making a lot of one shape, it really isn't cost effective to buy the molds. Exactly.
Oh, I see. You don't want to make a lot of them?
I had, silicone ice cube trays.
Yeah,
I
okay. I know what those are. Yeah.
I had skulls, and
Oh,
what I did was, I made a lot of resin head skulls, but they were flat back. And what I did with those, actually, I just posted one today from a memory
oh,
on
okay.
Facebook where I glued it onto a felt background and then I beat it around it.
Ooh.
And that's how a lot of the Native American Indians in native, indigenous, whatever you want to say, whatever is appropriate, that's how they do their beading is they glue it onto the felt and then they bead around it. Well, I decided to use the skull and then bead up around it to give it like a headdress. So
Oh,
it came out pretty cool, but it's a lot of work. Look at it still coming apart here. I forgot I missed one.
I'm
All
putting
those little book edges.
she reminds me of Audrey Hepburn. There. I'm sure Audrey Hepburn wore a dress just like that. That's definitely.
Bye, Nettie.
Bye, Nettie. Thank you for stopping by. Have a good day.
Ah, thank you, Janet. Janet appreciates us both.
Um, thank you, Janet. We appreciate you too.
Exactly. We wouldn't be here if it weren't for all of you.
This is true. We'd be talking to ourselves.
Hmm. We'd still be having fun, but
Lily, stop. Stop.
this is going to turn out pretty cool. I like
I'm
it.
excited now to what I'm going to do with mine.
I almost was going to put music paper inside it. I might,
Ooh.
I might just tear. I have a book of music stuff, and I have all that music stuff. And I had contacted somebody that to sell it, but they never got back to me about it after I sent scans and pictures. But I think maybe I'll rip some up and put it inside and then put a picture inside there. So have the purple, the black, the music paper edged in purple, and then put a picture in there.
That sounds like a really good idea. I have music paper. I've got that Chinese guitar book that's got music in it. I was either that or those, I showed you those like paper pack pictures, or then I thought actually because it was small enough, I thought I would put them do jelly plate, you know, put the do the pages and put that little book on the jelly plate and do jelly plate prints on the pages because it's small enough, it wouldn't be that hard to do jelly plate on it.
Yeah. Jelly plate.
You know, that's how I
I think I'm gonna cut mine smaller to do smaller prints because I don't know. I just think I'd use the smaller version that more because I rip them up anyways than I do the
oh
big
yeah,
one.
no, I was just going to do small. I was going to use my small jelly plate thingy just to put something, just to, you know, cover the.
Hi, Mary Lou.
Hi, Mary Lou. We're just, well, I'm just mindlessly gluing, but it's not really totally mindless.
Yours is not mindless. Yours is thought out.
Well, it was meant to be mindless during the stream, but it was thought out, and then I couldn't remember. I couldn't remember that I had thought it out because I couldn't find where I had thought it out. It was scary, really scary. I was like, oh my gosh. The scary thing is I almost took all of this and stuck it somewhere else in the journal. And boy, what I would have been mad when I figured out where it was supposed to go. That would not have been, you would have heard me there. Okay, that's good enough. So that takes care of this, all of these, right? So I'm going to stick this down. And then I think, yeah, you're hanging in there. I appreciate you guys staying here with us, chatting amongst yourselves.
I'll have lots of black cardstock pieces to make pockets.
You got lots of guard stock.
Yeah, I have a pack of the black that I've had like eons. So I have a big pack of it from, I think I got this at Walmart. Walmart approximately 6 or 7 years ago.
There you go. Well, good thing about paper, it doesn't go bad.
Yeah, you'll kind of hoard some stuff, I guess.
Well, I just ordered some paper because I got something that I thought was digital paper, but it's not. It's printing paper, but it's a little notch higher than regular printing paper. And then I bought a pack of resume paper because that's a little bit heavier. It's nice. It's 32 versus regular printing paper, which is 24. So it's 32, whatever GS, whatever that, 32 pounds. And then I bought.
Oh, wow. Gail says her, sorry to interrupt, her black cardstock faded around the edges because it wasn't kept out of the light.
Okay.
The coloring went out of it.
Actually, I've had that happen too. And it's really old, and it was in the sunlight. Yeah. But I ended up buying, I didn't realize, I ended up ordering, I got it on Amazon, and I wasn't paying attention. So I ended up buying a ream. Oh, I didn't want a ream. No,
I'll be right back.
Sure. Vintage, that's right. That little discoloration around the edges makes it vintage. That's right, Becky. Oh, it wasn't even in direct sunlight. Huh. It just was old. I wonder what caused it to. Is it kind of like it looks like a dark brownish color when it discolors around the edges? because that's what I recall. Oh, it was artificial light. Oh, okay. This is, well, kind of, okay, fine. Yeah, faded. Like, yeah, more of a fade. Yeah. I have to go to the grocery store. I'm really dreading going because I know it's going to be. I'm thinking I might, instead of dealing with the hurricane, hunker down people getting ready, I think I might just order my groceries and have them delivered instead of dealing with but you don't want to stock up on, I mean, I've got lots of canned stuff. You don't want to stock up on anything that needs to be refrigerated, because if you lose your power, then you're going to lose all that food. So they say you're supposed to have 3 days worth of food and water. I think we're going to be fine. But what they do here, which really upsets, they really try to scare the people here, I think. I mean, I know that, you should be concerned, but they send out these bulletins, right? And they really, they would prefer that people would leave, because it would be easier for them if people evacuated. But I'm never going to evacuate, no matter what. I'm not going to. I can't carry Lily, even in a carrier. You know what I mean? I just. It's going to take my chances. They have evacuated. I think we are, because it's going west. I think. I think where I'm at, I'm on the East Coast. I'm fine. We'll get wind and rain, but according to the people that built this community, these houses were built to withstand a Category 3 hurricane, according to them. So, and I have what they call, I have a hurricane, I have what's called a hurricane garage door. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, yeah, that's so sweet of you. Maddie was talking about it yesterday during her sale, because Madison said something, and Maddie said, "Oh, we're okay. We've got the car packed." And she said, we can just go on a crafting road trip and stop at all these people on the way, north.
Yep, just got another shower. It's raining outside.
Do you get those afternoon showers?
Here? It's been raining all day.
Yeah, okay, that's what I meant. I know you get rain, and we get the afternoon thunderstorm rain that lasts.
Rain for 3 days.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I guess, yeah, you guys will get rain by Friday. Yep, for sure. Well, you just think about in the olden days, they wouldn't know, you know, until it was on top of them, right?
that's true. Oh my gosh, the weather's getting worse.
Yeah, you know. And then all of a sudden, they're in the middle of a raging hurricane, and they had no idea it was coming. And now we know almost too soon. We've been talking about Ian. Well, they were talking about it when he was a wave, literally, you know, a depression, and then a tropical storm. And I don't even know whether he's been, I don't even know whether he's now officially a hurricane yet or not.
Luna.
No, he's still a, let's see what he is now. No, no, he's far, far away. He's out in the middle of the Caribbean. So Sunday, but he's moving west at 12 miles per hour. Slowly. I just want to see that cone keep shifting to the west. I mean, I feel sorry, you know, bad for the people on the West Coast and the Panhandle. They're gonna, but for me, as long as that cone keeps on, I'm right now at the very, very, I mean, again, the cone is, you know, we call it the cone of uncertainty because they don't really know, or the cone of dread. But right now, at the very outer rim of the cone is right where I live. So we're like right where it's almost, we wouldn't even be in the hurricane zone. And the winds would be, if it stayed this way, the winds would max out here at 30 miles an hour, which is nice because I wouldn't have to take the windows out and let the hurricane blow through like they do in Hawaii. Well, they used to do in Hawaii. I remember that scene. Oh my gosh, I remember that scene in the movie Hawaii. The missionaries and build a beautiful church, and they have these windows, glass windows, and the Hawaiians, when natives were trying to tell them, don't put the windows in, don't put the windows in. You've got to let the storm blow through, otherwise it's going to, you know, blow your roof off. And the missionaries, you know, didn't believe them and thought that was the silliest thing they'd ever heard. And then there was a big storm that came through, like the Pacific version of a hurricane, and sure enough, it broke all the windows and blew the roof off. You got to let the hurricane blow through. Yeah, I think the farmers may have been able to tell. Yeah, and I guess the animals too, if you're really into, you know, reading animals. And I think, yeah, there's certain hints that nature can kind of give, but not like we know today. I'm always amazed at, I put that down crooked. Oh, well. It's crooked. I've got, Janet, I've got upside down and backward pages in here too. Just for us, usins. Okay, it's almost 11. So we have to go adieu.
Yeah. I can hear her in the background. She says, it's time. It's time.
I've been waiting long enough. At least she's not biting me. I'm going to put this one last panel in. I guess we can say goodbye. Last year in October, we were the last flight they allowed to leave Cancun because a hurricane was due to hit during the coming night. 1 10 days before we arrived. Oh boy. Well, October is probably the busiest. Can be very, very busy. No, I haven't let you down. I've got in the journal, there are several that I wasn't going to put in. And I said, oh no, they're going in. They're going in upside down, backwards. They are going in. That's my signature move. Everyone's got a signature move. That's my signature move. It's upside down and backwards. And if I ever did one that was not that, then it wouldn't be mine. Real quickly, I used to write all my own tests. I never used the test that came with the textbooks. I always wrote my own tests. And always there was a mistake. I never wrote an error-free test in my life. 19 years of teaching. And I was always amazed at how quickly the students could find those errors. I wish they would edit their papers as well as they found the errors in my test. They go, raise their hand. Oh, Miss Laura, did you mean to say this? Yes, I did. Shut up, you little. No, I didn't say that. It would always be that kid. Oh, Miss Laura.
They probably thought that was the best thing ever.
Yeah.
We correct the teacher.
Thank you so much for finding that error. I would so appreciate you finding that error for me. So, with that, I will say goodbye and thank you so much for sitting here and keeping Carol and I company. And as I muddled through this journal,
Nice to see everybody.
Far from done, and I will not show it. I will not bore you again with it. Again, unless it's completely done, and that's going to be a while. So thank you so much for being here, and have a wonderful day. And Becky, take care of your wrist, and anybody else that's aching and not feeling well, feel better soon. And by this time next week, Ian will be hopefully just a bad dream or a memory. Okay. Bye-bye.